In the year 2077, drone technician Jack Harper and his assigned partner Vika reside in a tower above the clouds. The Scavs, a race of aliens who wanted Earth's resources, destroyed Earth and left only them as the last survivors. The Scavs invaded after destroying Earth's moon for its material resources, leading to a string of natural disasters and widespread destruction. Humans were compelled to use nuclear weapons in the ensuing war. Humans won the war, but they lost the Earth by converting the majority of it into a radioactive wasteland. Except for a small group who resided in the Tet, a sizable spaceship in orbit around Earth, the entire remaining human population relocated to Titan, one of Saturn's moons. Giant machines are extracting energy from seawater to power humanity's new home. In order to fix the drones, Jack's job requires him to travel to the surface during the day. These are flying, spherical robots that are intended to find and eliminate any scavs still present on Earth. Vika's role is to remain inside the tower to keep an eye on him as his coordinator, communicate with Sally, the mission commander on the Tet, and obtain their mission objectives from her. Jack is repairing drones in an area that appears to be the ruins of Manhattan. One day, in the Super Bowl stadium, he fixes drone number 166 and tells Vika that he wishes he could have seen the final contest in 2017. He comes across a dog and sends it away before drone number 166 fully recovers and kills it. The next lost drone he discovers is in the New York Public Library, but it turns out that it was a trap set by the Scavs. Fortunately, Jack is spared from this encounter by the drone from earlier, number 166. The drones are extremely agile and have powerful weapons. Jack decides to bring home a book he finds. He recalls a verse within it that speaks of Horatius. Jack has dinner with Vika when he goes back to the tower for the night. She is happy that they are only 2 weeks away from finishing their mission and that they will soon be traveling to Titan to join the rest of humanity. Jack, however, is unsure and has not yet decided whether to leave. He has been experiencing flashbacks and dreams of a time before the war, but he is aware that these can't be real because he had to have his memories erased before beginning his assignment as a member of the mop-up crew. When Jack gives Vika some flowers he's been caring for, she throws them away by dropping them from the tower because it's against the law and they might contain thousands of toxins. They later go swimming, and as they kiss, Jack remembers another specific woman from his past. The two are awakened in the morning by an explosion in the distance that looks like a mushroom cloud. One of the water processing machines has exploded. Jack returns to work the following day and is given the assignment to look into a beacon signal coming from the destroyed Empire State Building. They learn the signal is a set of encoded coordinates. He cuts the wire, thinking the Scavs must be responsible. Then he informs Vika that he will conduct a perimeter check around the border where the radiation zone and the safe area meet. But he is currently visiting his secret home by a lake in a lush green valley that is out of sight. They crash land precisely where the transmission's coordinates were. He flies to investigate and discovers humans in Delta sleep pods thrown around the wreck. As soon as they appear, drones start destroying each pod. He learns that the woman from his dreamlike flashbacks is inside one of the pods, and he can use himself as a shield to save her, as he drives the pod back up to the tower. Vika is able to wake up the woman from a deep sleep. Her name is revealed to be Julia. Since Vika doesn't like that Julia is staying with them, she informs Sally of Julia's presence against Jack's wishes, and Sally asks Jack to take Julia up to the Tet. To collect the data recorder from her crashed spaceship at sunrise, Julia urges Jack to accompany her because she needs to know what happened. Without Vika's knowledge, he takes her. Jack notices they are surrounded by scavs after they retrieve them. Just before being knocked out by a scav and taken to their home base, he sends the plane back on autopilot for emergency return. When Jack wakes up, he is bound to a chair and has been abducted. The alien species that invaded Earth was not the Scavs. They reveal themselves to be human. They inform Jack that the Tet is home to the real aliens and that the drones are set up to kill all living humans. They are hoping that Jack, a knowledgeable drone technician, can assist them in reprogramming the drone, but he declines because he believes that there are people on Tet. After releasing them, they tell Jack that he will find the truth in the forbidden radiation zone. The two continue riding Jack's motorcycle until the fuel runs out, at which point they hike to the Empire State Building, where Jack signals Vika. She arranges for the plane to pick them up. Julia reveals her identity to Jack while they are both standing on the balcony. She was his real wife before he had his memory erased, and they are both from the spacecraft Odyssey. Just before the plane lands, he remembers and they hug. Vika saw that and didn't like it, so she notifies Sally that she and Jack are no longer an effective team. The failed maintenance team is put out of commission by a damaged drone that Jack has stored on a lower floor of the tower for repairs. Vika is vaporized, but Julia uses the aircraft gun to kill it just before it can kill Jack. 3 additional drones soon start pursuing Jack and Julia after they take off. They fly into a lightning storm and then into a canyon to destroy them. The third rams them, and they crash into a sandy desert in the radiation zone after Jack manages to destroy 2 of them. When Jack enters the radiation zone, he discovers that he is not boiling alive as he'd been led to believe. Just over the next dune, he also hears the recognizable beep of a broken drone in distress. Even though he was told there were no other people on Earth, while looking into it, Jack sees another technician in a similar aircraft land to fix the drone. When Jack confronts the technician, he is horrified to see a clone of himself who goes by the name Jack Harper 52. A fight breaks out between them, and Julia is shot in the abdomen. Jack takes 52's plane to 52's tower to get a medical kit for Julia, where he encounters a different Vika. The intricate dismantling of everything he thought to be true leaves him speechless, but he manages to con this Vika into thinking he is her Jack. After rescuing Julia, they seek refuge in the lake house where they reunite. Jack returns to help with drone programming after deciding to support the human resistance. But in the meantime, Sally sent 3 more drones in pursuit of Jack. The drones find the Scavs' base of operations by following his DNA, attack every human there, and leave very few alive. The drone that was captured is no longer functional, and Beach is fatally hurt. Although the fuel cells are still functional, they determine that the only way to get the bomb into the Tet is to bring Julia with them in a Delta sleep pod, as Sally had requested. 3 drones are attacking the Scavs back at the Scav hideout in the meantime. The drones are ultimately defeated after a large battle, but not before several Scavs are lost. Together, Jack 49 and the Scavs come up with a strategy to take down the Tet. Julia is still living in the lake house with her daughter 3 years later. She is said to have cared for the child and herself until Jack 52 and the Scavs eventually discovered her. Since Jack 52 has been looking for her for the past 3 years, this is a very happy moment. He replaced Jack 49, who passed away in the Tet explosion, because he shares the majority of Jack 49's memories. The story ends, leaving us unsure of what the future holds for them. Subscribe for more videos like this, and turn on the notifications so you never miss any of them.